Hi guys, it's Beverly. Can you believe it? Well, a lot has been going on. I had long COVID. How I caught it, I have no idea. The only place I go is the grocery store and out to eat and doctor's appointments. So I don't know where I got it. But the long COVID version that I had was stomach upset for more than 5 days, and the symptoms that go along with gastrointestinal whatever. And then it went into the cold symptoms. And with me, that means that you get the bronchial tubes and you have to have the Z-Pack and the prednisone something. So I'm finishing up my prescriptions. I may have to pause the video because I cough and get out of breath. But I'm at the phase now where with the COVID I just have the fatigue. And the gastro stuff, I took Pepto-Bismol, and you would feel better, and then you wouldn't. So when you have a normal gastritis or whatever the stuff is called, you have it 48 to 72 hours, but mine lasted more than 5 days. And when I talked to my doctor, and he said that it was long COVID because right near the end of 5 to 7 days, I started with the cold symptoms, and I hadn't been out, in public because I just felt rotten. So then he suggested that it was long COVID. So I reviewed the symptoms that I saw on the internet, and I had to agree with them because it just was not good. So anyway, believe it or not, there were some times that I did not feel like crocheting, but I have a lot of finished objects that I wanted to share with you guys. The first one I wanted to share with you is a Lion Brand free pattern using Mandala Ombre, and it was called the Gradient Ripple Cowl. And I saw this pattern and I go, I have that same exact yarn, which I do. And it was called Harmony. And so it was a cake. It was a 5.3 ounce cake, a number 4, that had 344 yards. And this is all that I have left out of making the cowl. I love it because, of course, it's very soft, but it's like a blue jean color. Something popped up on my phone screen. It's like a blue jean color. It doesn't go very long, but it's very cuddly. It's very soft, and it goes, I don't know if there you go, you can probably see a little bit better, but I just love this. And I think she has it on with a jean jacket. I think it would just be absolutely perfect with a jean jacket or, whatever. So I'm going to be putting this in my Etsy shop. But I'm just so happy with how it turned out. It's so squishy. And let's see, was this crochet? Yeah, this was crochet. And you guys are looking for an easy pattern. It's at lionbrand.com. I used an H hook for this, and the stitches are double crochets, and then double crochet 2 together. So that's how you end up getting, it's like a ripple, you know, when you do it. But this one will be in my Etsy shop, and the pattern will be linked below. Okay, upside down. Okay, now, so that's one of the things, and then I have this little bit left over, and I think I'm going to make a keychain with that little that's left over. Then the next thing that I made was, I was just going through some yarn, and I found some Premier Muir Woods. This yarn I had gotten from a mystery box from Cinnamon Stitches, and I could not believe when I got my mystery box that she had parted with Muir Woods, because she absolutely loves Muir Woods. So the first thing I made, this is 2 skeins of the Muir Woods. Just a nice little wrap. And see, I'm a big girl, you guys. So on someone else, it would be smaller. But this was 2 skeins. It's a number 4. And this is the color cocoa, like salmon. So you can see, now it's coming out a little bright. Nah, it's pretty close to what it is. And then you can see the darker colors and the lighter colors. But I just think this came out so pretty. And again, this yarn is real squishy. Now, it's 100% acrylic, made in Turkey. It's splitty. Okay, you guys can see it's 3 scans and it's splitty. So, but it's a nice it's a nice yarn to work with. It's really nice. Now this pattern, where's the pattern? Here it is. This pattern, I've been making this shawl. I'm working on another shawl in this same pattern. This is, oh no, I did not bring in the right page. This is the Pebble shawl. I didn't bring in the right one with the maker's or the designer's name, but she has a picture tutorial on her website, and I will be linking it below. It's a 2-row repeat. Now, when I first started, it was like, huh? But I was able to follow along and ended up making it. It's the Pebble shawl, and I'll list it below. With a 4-weight yarn, she recommends a J hook. So I'm thinking I used a J hook. Now the other one I'm making, it might be listed on my Facebook page, I'm not sure, but the other one is a lightweight yarn, and I'm using a G hook, and it's working so nice with that lighter weight yarn. But again, it's the Pebble shawl, and she's recommending Stitch Studio by Nicole. That's what this is Stitch Studio by Nicole. Number 4 weight with a J hook. And of course I'll be linking it below. But I just love how the fans come out. Let's see, where's this? This is the top. Yes, this is the top. And then she has you finish off with single crochets and chains. So that's what I've been working on. I'm working on another one, and it's once you get the hang of the pattern. I like how it starts. See, it has this like chain, and then you do some doubles, or basically that's your first fan. But I like how it starts, and I'll definitely be listing it listing it below. Next, I have I used some more Muir Woods because I want to use up the yarn. Now here's Sally, and let's see, I have 2 hats that I made. So this hat, now this hat here is ended up like a slouchy, okay? Or, it's a knit hat. Or you can do the band, you know, roll up the band. And this is already posted on my Etsy shop. But look how the crown came out, you guys. I was going to put a pom-pom on there, but I just decided not to. So it's big enough if you have a ponytail that you can wear it. And then if you want a tighter fitting hat, you can always roll up the brim. Now what this is this is a pattern from Premier, made for or designed for this yarn. So what is this called? The Premier Muir Woods, and the colorway for this is Sorrel, Sorrel, Sorrel. I think that's a tree. It's a 4-weight, 100% acrylic. And this is called the Snow Cap Peak Hat. And the way this pattern is written, when you roll it up, if you used a manly looking yarn or not, a man could wear it or a female. So the sizes are for a woman's size or a man's size. And it's a knitted hat. It has a knit 3 purl 2 band or ribbing. And then it has you, let's see, smaller needles to do the ribbing, and then you switch to the larger needle, which is a size 9, to do the hat. Now, normally when I make hats, even the Ross hat, you guys, I don't knit the number of rows that it says before I start my decrease, because it always seems so long. So what did this say? This said until the hat measures 7 inches for the woman or 8 inches for the man, and then you start your shaping for the crown. I usually do 5 inches. So let me see what I've got here, because you can see kind of, or I can anyway, right there is kind of a hump where I started. And see, it's 5 inches. So if I did 2 more inches, because you look at poor Sally, it's coming down her head. And then here's the slouch. So generally, like even the Ross hat will tell you to do more before you start the shaping for the crown. But I generally do 5 inches and then I start. So that's just a guide. If you find that your hats are way too slouchy, 5 inches is my recommendation from the brim to where you start decreasing or shaping for the crown. So I had quite a bit of this yarn left over, and I decided to make a smaller version of this hat. So this would fit probably a teen or maybe a child. Most of my hats are 20 inches. You see, this is not being stretched. So how much have we got? So without stretching, this adult size hat is approximately 9 inches, but it's real stretchy, you guys. You can see it's real stretchy. I don't want to go crazy. But then this one, I think, is 16. Yes, it's 8. Pretty close. So this, I didn't want to run out of yarn. But again, I did 5 inches from here to where I started shaping for my crown. So I have a smaller size and the adult size on my website or on Etsy. And I still had a little bit of the yarn left over. So I could maybe, you know, do a pom-pom for one of the hats. But that's another project that I did. And this was with the Muir Woods yarn. The Snowcap Peak hat from Premier is what this is. And it can be made into a man or a woman. Now, let's see what else I have. Oh, stuff's going on the floor, Christy. Okay, so the next thing I made was a snowman. What do they call this? The snowman and snowflakes. And this can hang on your door at Christmas. This came in a kit from Mary Maxim, and I just thought it was so sweet. There's this snowflake, and you make 2 of these and then join them together with the blue yarn, and you make your little scarf and your hat, and then on the back I put a little hanger. It came with the snowflake button, and I just glued that on. So this is a kit from Mary Maxim. Stuff's falling on the floor, and it's the snowman and snowflake. And in the pattern, it shows you having 2 on your front door. But I just thought that one would be cute as a door hanger. So I made that. I'm going to pick up my yarn. So I made that. And that kit is available for sale on Mary Maxim's website. Crinkle, crinkle, you guys. Okay. Now, you guys know that I always am collecting patterns. I always give you pattern suggestions. And so I've been printing patterns. You would think after being sick I would have more than these, but I really don't. Let's see what this is. Okay. So what I have today is crochet one skein throw. And this is a blanket, a crochet pattern for a blanket using Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo. And the color is light sage. Now this blanket is bigger than what I like to make. 35 by 42. Nah, that's not that big. I was thinking it was bigger. But you could get one skein of Super Saver Jumbo yarn, or, let's see. Does it say how much one skein weighs? No, it doesn't say how many ounces one skein is on here. But it's probably 10 ounces, I would think. So if you had a Caron 1 pound, No, 16 ounces. Excuse me. It's over here on the other side. It's a medium 4-weight yarn, 835 yards, 16-ounce skein. So you use this and make this beautiful throw. I think it would be gorgeous. Let's see what double crochets, double crochets, chains, and it's just talking about loops, single crochets. So I think this would be a beautiful throw. So, oh, we've got a treble cluster. That's what we have. 2 treble clusters. So it would tell you how to make those clusters. But I really think that this would be a nice throw for somebody. Well, let's see. What does it use? It uses a K hook. So with the K hook, it's going to be real easy. Now, I have some yarn that I got from, I guess it would be a thrift store, because it was like the Sheriff, Marion County where I live, Sheriff store. And I saw that they had some yarn and it was $1 a skein. And it was the older yarn, the older Red Heart yarn, you know, in the colors, the Monet and the different colors. I can't remember all the colors. So what color is this one? This one is, oh, what are they calling it? Melon berry. Okay. Now this is the one that used 6 skeins and is bigger, 44 by 56. But I just really like this pattern. And I thought it would be a nice way to use up some of that yarn. Now it has a chart. Okay. And let's see, what does it use for a hook? Those skeins are 7 ounces, the solid colors. So the variegated ones are probably a little bit smaller. So they're saying to use a 6mm crochet hook. So that would be a J hook. I don't have a pen to write it down. And then it has an interesting border. So I just thought, oh, I didn't mention the name, Colorific One Piece Throw. And I just thought that it would be really nice to use up some of maybe the yarn that you have. Now this here is called the Rainbow View Throw. And did it cut off? Yeah, it cut off some of the pattern. So, but at least I have the name in the picture. I'm going to show you again. Now this is telling you to use A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it's telling you to use a G hook. So I want you to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different colors. Okay, I probably won't, but I thought this would be a nice pattern to use if you had some, oh, there's a picture on the back. If you had, you know, some scrap yarn, you know, the different balls of yarn, you would have to have enough to do each, what do you call those? 4 rows or ever how many. Repeat rows 2 through 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's got a 4-row repeat for each color. So depending on how much you had of leftover yarn, you could make this throw. 7 colors. Here it says 7 colors. I could have saw that. But it has an open shell and a large shell. And it's, again, it's 56 inches long by 45, which is pretty big. But I just saw this and I thought it would be a nice pattern. It kind of looks like a pineapple. So I don't know if I can show it to you good enough that you can see. But the 5-row repeat or 4-row repeat kind of looks like a pineapple. Then I came across this pattern. Now, this is a crochet granny motif blanket, and it's made out of Bernat baby blanket using an Inez and Nancy hook.